All right. All right. Awesome. Says I'm live. Awesome. And audio is working. Can you
That's good.
could you say a few things just so I know it's working on your end too? Can you
That's fine.
say a few things just so I know it's working on your end too?
Oh. How's your day been?
Okay, it is. I can hear you. Awesome. I just don't want to be talking to myself this whole time. I don't need another mishap again.
Well, I have my audio
So,
connected and all this stuff. I haven't changed anything about it, man.
all right. Well, hello, all you beautiful peoples. I'm Manamong Glendora, and welcome to Journey in One Video. With me, joining me for this adventure is Meta. Hey, how you doing?
Hello. Okay.
So, you've never played Journey, right?
No, it's not my type of game.
Yeah. Well, it's an experience. It's not really a game. It's an experience. It's just you're meant to take in the beauty and the majesty of the world that has been created. This game was created by That Game Company, um, with help from Santa Monica Studios, aka the people who were in charge of making the original three God of War games.
Okay.
And here we see the character we play as, which, in my opinion, has always looked like a Jawa from Star Wars.
Hmm. Okay.
Like, look at this character and tell me that it doesn't kind of remind you of the Jawas. With
It does.
the hood and the black face,
Mm-hmm.
the tiny
It
legs.
does.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's one, two. Where's that fourth one at?
Now, I am 100% convinced that this shot right here, where everything like pans out and you see the destination off in the background, and how
Mm-hmm.
long the journey is gonna take to get there. I'm convinced that this inspired Breath of the Wild's opening shot, where you run up to the cliffside. You run up to the
Mm-hmm.
cliffside and you see all this stuff. And
Yep.
then you see the kingdom all over the place, and it's just I just love this game. I love this game. I love the shots, and you can really see how influential this game has been over the years. This changed the way game stories are told. Up until now, up until this point, game stories were either told in the manual or were straight up told to you through dialogue and text boxes. This really solidified the whole storytelling through the environment. This is what solidified. This is honestly what solidified that. There were a few games that like tried doing storytelling through the environment to various degrees of success. This game showed how you can make it work.
Mm-hmm.
This is the game that showed how you can really make it work. And I absolutely love it for it.
Yeah, that's understandable.
So, my experience with this game um, goes back to goes back to when it first launched. Um, I was at a point where I didn't really play games that much. This When this came out, I was at a point where I didn't really play games all that much, and I had consoles, but I didn't. I never really did anything with them. I never really played any. I never really played any of the games. Oh, and here, if you look, you'll see that all these little markers we've seen in the sand. Yeah, they're tombstones.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, like this came out at the time when I was not really playing games all that much, and I just I don't know, like something to I don't know, like it's weird because like I still enjoyed games, but like I didn't feel the need to play games like at all. I felt like I guess the best way to describe it is I felt like I was outgrowing video games at the time. I was going through puberty at the time, so
Mm-hmm.
I felt like I was outgrowing video games, that I didn't need video games, and it I just didn't feel the need to play them anymore. Um, and then I played this game. I saw this game. I thought it looked interesting. I played it. I experienced it, and it just changed the way I looked at video games. Suddenly, I started looking at video games in a whole different light. I started looking at the environments built around the games. I started looking at the at subtle storytelling that was happening in different games. It changed my viewpoint on how games on what games are, and they are an art form. Games are art. They are absolutely high art, and this is the game that convinced me of that. And so, this game basically saved my gaming career essentially because like I was on the verge of giving up on playing games as a whole and until I played this and it reinvigorated my love for video games. So, but here this is a special thing. This is for when you get 100% in the game.
Mm-hmm.
You get this, a special white robe.
Yeah, I've seen you wear that before in your playthrough when you were doing it with Sabbaths.
Yep.
So, and if I remember correctly, there's no action scene. It's just get to point A, point B.
Yeah. There's not really any action. There's not really any action. There is a stealth section in the game. There is a stealth section in the game where you have to avoid enemies, but you don't fight.
And for me, I find that very boring. But then again, there's types of games that I prefer over the what you prefer.
I mean, really think about it. If they took out the Arkham games fighting and just had you stealth all around. There was a Batman game that did that, where you didn't fight and you only stealthed around and did stealth takedowns, and you failed the mission if you got caught.
I remember which Batman game that was.
I know that that was a Batman game that existed. I forget the name of it, but I played it. I played it, and I'm usually terrible at stealth games, so I didn't quite enjoy myself because I'm usually terrible at those sort of games. Um, but if the Arkham games had the exact same story, the exact same characters, like everything about it was the exact same, except take out the combat and just replace it with more stealth takedowns, I bet you would still enjoy it because it that is literally the only thing that's missing is the combat. You still enjoy the characters, you still enjoy the story, you still enjoy the graphics, you still enjoy the music, you still enjoy the pacing,
Yeah, I do.
you still enjoy the
Arkham's.
puzzles, you still enjoy the puzzles and the traversal and the stealth. Like even without combat, you would still enjoy it. This is basically that.
But it depends on what puzzle
You're
we're talking
still
about. If it's
You've got some puzzles, you've got some stealth, you've got some puzzles, some stealth mechanics, and a lot of traversal. At the end of the day, this is telling a story. This is just trying to tell a story. It is not trying to. It is not trying to be anything else. It is not trying to be anything it's not.
mm-hmm.
So you might have noticed that the scarf is continues to get longer and longer. Um,
Yeah.
you've seen all of these tiny little flying scarfs all around.
Mm-hmm.
The more of them I interact with, the longer my scarf becomes. There's also little glowing musical notes around that I've been collecting. They also help to make your scarf longer. They give you
Yeah.
more. They give you more scarf than the tiny flying scarfs do, but every little bit counts. Every little bit helps. The longer the scarf you have, the more often you can fly, and the longer you can fly for.
And how many times have you played this game?
I have lost count. I make it a point to play this game at least once a year, but I will often come back to this game several times a year. All right.
Ugh. I'm guessing this game would be in your top 10 list, I'm guessing.
Oh, this is my second favorite game of all time. This is my second favorite game of all time. I absolutely adore
Okay.
this game. So, people would absolutely never guess what my favorite game of all time is. They would never guess it. It is
Slime
like
Rancher.
it is not something anyone would expect. Nope. I said it's not something anyone would expect. But no, it's not Slime Rancher.
Okay. What is your number one favorite game?
That, I am afraid, is gonna have to be a secret until I get around to doing a a video game month. Because I'm gonna reveal it then.
Okay.
There's always something behind the waterfall. Or the sandfall in this case. So it shows that there used to be a thriving civilization, lots of tall buildings, and the sand has basically buried it all.
Ooh. That's a lot of sand.
Yep. While you're on these massive carpets, you have infinite glide. You have infinite scarf.
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
So in the last vision we saw, in the first level, we saw that these scarfs basically give life. They
Okay.
they create trees and plants and wildlife, and the people of this world lived in harmony with them, and they began to use some of the scarfs in order to help build trains and train stations and railroads and vehicles,
Yeah.
using them for their energy while still living in harmony with them. So everything seems good for now. All right. So we're on level 3 right now.
And how many levels there all in total?
8. We're we just got into level 3. We're 1/4 of the way through the game already, and we're like what? How we're 22 minutes into this, and we're already a fourth of the way through the game. So. So you can see little remnants of buildings sticking up out of the sand, completely buried.
Mm-hmm.
So this whole area we're going through was once a thriving civilization, now just completely covered in sand.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, one other thing you should know about the white robe is that it regenerates. It regenerates scarf. Normally you have to. Normally you have to get near one of those music notes or one of the flying scarfs in order to regenerate your glide.
Mm-hmm.
But with the white scarf, it just auto regenerates on its own. So, whoo! I got carried over here. But yeah, I want to come over here because there's a little Easter egg over here. Uh, Look at that. It's a little flower. It's a little flower from another game that game company created called Flower, where you basically just play as a flower petal, and it uses six-axis controls, and it's basically the only time when six-axis actually responsive and actually decent. It does use six-axis controls, but it's not like the only way to control the game. You basically use six-axis in tandem with normal controls, and it actually works. It's actually responsive.
And if I remember correctly, these are all on the PS3.
Yes, they were all originally on the PS3.
Me growing up.
They had PS4 port. They had PS4 ports later on. They have not been ported or adapted to the to PS5.
Yeah, for me growing up, I mostly just stick with Xbox and all that stuff.
So now we learned that this whole area used to be a rural area. This used to be a rural area. This is where they grew crops, and this is where they grew crops um, and crops and animals.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay. Got another one of those. Got another music note. So over to my left is the destination for level 3, but there is another place I can go here to the right.
Mm-hmm.
So you see, if you get too close to the edge of the map, you end up getting strong winds that basically blow you back. That's how you can tell you've reached the edge of the map. The winds basically blow you back.
Okay.
Yep, there you go. The winds blew me back and told me, nope, nope, you're not supposed to be here. I want to see if I can make it to this. Yeah, I can. Nice. I was able to. That basically just allowed me to skip a good chunk of the. That allowed me to skip a good chunk of the uh, platforming. So you have to scale this. You have to scale this through some platforming, or you can go there and skip like half of it.
Okay.
And don't forget to grab the music note over here. Get some more scarf. I'm going to have the longest scarf by the end of this.
Don't you do that for every playthrough you do?
Yeah, pretty much. Time for another vision. Oh. Well, so now we see they're starting to get greedy. They're starting to tear down all of the all the wildlife, all the trees, and they're starting to build higher and higher, basically playing God, trying to become the masters of the world.
Mm-hmm. Hang on. BRB.
Oh boy. And here we go. Right. Oh, someone's starting their own journey. "34 minutes into this." All right. I'm not gonna continue until he's back. I'm waiting for him.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay, welcome back. I paused. And now we're at level 4, aka my favorite level in the game. Oh, and look at that! A shooting star coming from the mountain. Wonder what that's all about.
Didn't they do something different about multiplayer about this game? Where you don't know who's joining you on your journey?
Yep.
Until the very...
You don't know who's joining you on your journey until the very end. When you see the credits, it tells you who joined you on your journey. There's no way to actually there's no way to force what people join you. So, what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to go down here and you're supposed to free all of the different scarves in order to open up that central hatch. But if you've gotten every scarf piece up till now, you can if you're conservative with it, you can just skip it and head over here. Boom. I just skipped that entire section. But I'm going to go back down there anyway because I feel bad for the little scarf boys.
So, technically, couldn't you play this game blindfolded, honestly?
You know what? I know this game well enough that I probably could. I'm familiar enough with the sounds of this game. I probably could play it blindfolded and still beat it. I mean, there was an entire stream of Slime Rancher that I did where I was like half asleep throughout the entire thing, and I like legit had my eyes closed throughout half the stream. I don't know why I thought it was a good idea to do a stream when I was that tired. I was not thinking straight. But yeah, like I wound up doing a stream when I was absolutely exhausted, a stream of Slime Rancher when I was absolutely exhausted. And I just wound up, doing much of the stream in my sleep. Here we go. We are going. I'm gonna end up showing you like my absolute favorite section in the game here real soon. My favorite part of the whole game is coming up. No! Oh, I got it. Never mind. Okay, I thought I missed it. I got it. Good. So, you actually get a trophy if you go through 15 of these hoops.
Okay.
Throughout this entire level, if you go through 15 of these hoops, you get a trophy. Now, hold on.
I'm guessing you...
I'm gonna... Okay.
And I'm guessing you platinum this game already?
Yes. Yes, I've already platinumed this game. My favorite shot in the whole game, here it comes. This. Oh. Oops. Did not mean to... Yeah, there we go. Okay. I wanted to take a screenshot. Of that. Because that's going to be the thumbnail.
Okay.
Oh, look at that. That whole section where you're just sliding down and you see the mountain in the distance and you're sliding sideways. That's my favorite shot in the whole game. I love it so much. That is the moment when I knew video games were high art. That is the moment right there.
Okay.
I managed to jump on. I managed to jump onto that bridge. Look at that! Look at the ruined city above us!
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, and now we're in the spooky place. Now we're in the spooky place. Well, I say spooky, but it only gets spooky near the very end of near the very end when you have to stealth around.
No, if we're talking about spooky and all that stuff, that's the deep down for you.
I mean, this game actually did spook me. My first time playing. My first time playing, it actually did spook me.
Yeah, I get that feeling as well. For there's like, what was it? Which game did the most scariest when I first went through it by myself? I would have to say RE8 in the baby section.
No, no,
Honestly.
this is a different kind of spook. That's a spook. That's a kind of. That's a kind of spook. Oh, hold on. Well, I'll finish my thought here in a second. But it shows here that they started fight. Resources started dying out. Like the scarves started dying out. They were using them too much, and so they started to build machines of war to fight over the remaining scarves.
Okay.
So that's the flashback we just saw. But this is a different kind of spook because that kind of spook you understand what the scares are supposed to be. You understand what the scares are supposed to be. Here, it's more of a spook of the unknown. What's scary is you don't know what to expect in this area. You know that you're gonna see you're gonna see some shit down here, but you don't know what to expect. And to make matters worse, this time the game shows the gate locking behind you, meaning there is no going back. You are stuck down here. And your only path to get out is to move forward. And there are thankfully these little there are thankfully little rays of light coming down to kind of light your path because if these weren't here, it would be pitch black down here. You wouldn't be able to see a thing. So these little guys are trying to lead us somewhere. First, don't forget to grab a scarf. Extend your own scarf a bit. Now this is a beautiful shot right here that we're approaching.
Okay.
Look at this. This to me looks like underwater. We're still on the surface. We're still on land, but this looks like something you would see underwater. Like I'm not crazy, right? That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
Okay. So we got little jellyfish-like creatures here.
Mm-hmm.
They're scarfs, but they're shaped like jellyfishes. And on top of one of them is another music note that you can get.
Okay.
My scarf is so long you can't even see the end of it. I'm running straight, and my scarf is so long you can't even see the end of it. It goes off the screen. Oh, now we're getting into the spooky place. Because here you see these are the little monsters, these are the giant machines of war that the ancients created. The ancient race created. They're all over the place. There must be like at least 100 down here, maybe more. Ooh, boy. That scared the bejesus out of me first time I played. I was like, okay, hey, buddy, why is the camera focusing on this thing? And then it just gets annihilated. Oh, and you just see it there, there in the background, looking for you. It's there, looking, waiting, watching. Oh, it is creepy. Ooh. Oh, that is so creepy. Oh, it's awesome. This legit scared me the first time. Like going through this whole area because you don't know what these things can do. You've seen them just completely rip apart the scarves. You just saw them do that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So you don't know what they can do to you. It's not 100% clear what they're capable of doing to you. But, see, I just tried to fly in its path, and now I'm limping.
Do you have any lives in this games?
No,
Or
it's one life. It's all just one life. Get a scarf. Thankfully, because I only bumped into its path, it like knocked me off. It like it just knocked me away. But if it had spotted me, and it managed to attack me successfully, then it would have taken a bunch of my scarf away. And that part is scripted. That part there is scripted. It is that part there is scripted. They are going to spot you there, and you are just going to have to slide for your life, slide downhill for your life, and get within the barrier. But yeah, that whole level creeped me out as a kid. Oh, I thought it was so creepy, and I don't know why my scarf is like twirling around like that. But now we see the result of the war.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone died, and sand started to cover the land, basically nature reclaiming the land.
Okay.
And that's where we come in. After nature has reclaimed the land, we showed up. But what's our purpose in all this? What purpose do we have?
If we have a purpose.
Because for all intents and purposes, we are the last organic being on this world. The scarves aren't organic beings, they're a part of this world. They're basically like, they're the life of this world. They're the lifeblood of this world. And the machines aren't organic beings, they were created by the ancient race. So we're the last organic being around. So what's our purpose? Why did the mountain spit us out? Because we came from the mountain. We came from the mountain. That's what the vision just showed us. So what happened? So what is it we're supposed to do? So that shows the start of our journey. That
Mm-hmm.
shows when we first started. So that one shows us heading towards the tower to free all the tower to that was in the third level to free all of the to free all of the larger scarfs.
Okay.
That shows us going through the tunnel that we were just in. So it's showing our whole journey that we've gone through.
Mm-hmm.
So
Oh,
I've got a friendly giant flying scarf.
okay.
Okay, that one shows me going across the bridge that I created in the second level. All right. That one shows us heading down the sand slope from the fourth level.
Okay.
So it's showing all of our entire adventure up to this point. So once we head to the top, we'll be able to get another vision and see what we have to do next. But first, I'm gonna let myself sink down a bit because now that we have raised the I'm not sure what to call this, but it's this special life energy type thing. Um, and once you raise it enough, um, you can see a little Easter egg down here. Here we go. This thing. This is what you play as in the game Flow. Another game from that game company, and it looks really cool, but God, do I not like that game. It is the only game from that game company that I don't like because well, here's the thing. It was their first game, and they relied way too heavily on 6-axis without actually knowing how to make it work. And so like the game was just so annoying to play. I did 3 episodes of it and I just got fed up with it and I just gave up.
Okay.
So I just could not get through it. It was just so annoying. But it looks cool. The creature you play as looks really interesting. While you're in this life energy type area, you have infinite scarf. You'll never run out of scarf. All right. Just had to check down here, make sure there's no scarves that I'm missing.
Okay.
All right. Time for another vision. Yeah. So the vision is just showing the journey that I've taken up until now, from the first level, second level, third level, fourth level, fifth level, and the most recent one, the sixth level, with the large tower. And now we're seeing what the seventh level is going to entail. A trek through a snowy area where the winds will not be kind to us. We will struggle to survive. In this moment, the creature we're playing as is now coming to terms with, oh, we're not going to survive this journey. We're not going to survive this journey. This is not a journey we'll come back from.
Okay.
But we've come this far. There's no turning back now. Oh. Oh. A scarf dude. Scarf dude fell. Oh, man. The scarf dude is dead. It's so cold out here that they can't survive. That's why all these different scarves are just sticking out of the ground. They're the flying scarf dudes that we've seen throughout the game. And the machines are around. All right, so now we got a little section where we have to fight against the wind.
Okay.
We have to hide behind these large tombstones.
Pillars.
Yeah. Well, they're tombstones. As we saw in the first level, anytime you see stuff like this, they're a tombstone. These are bigger than any of the tombstones we saw in the first three levels, though, which means the large ancient ones that we've been seeing visions of. These are their tombstones. So there were small ones like us, and then there were large ones like the ones we've been having visions of. And these are the large ones' tombstones. So this is where they're all buried. Or I guess it's more accurate to say this is where they died. This is where they died. Because we saw in a mural that they we saw in a mural that when they die, one of these tombstones just materializes above their corpse. They get like the magic of the world buries them, and then one of these appears above where their corpse is. So this is just where they died.
Okay.
Right, so this is the last one, and then I just need to make it through that small gap, and then we're out of the windy area. Yeah, your scarf does not last long in this area. Your scarf
Mm-hmm.
goes down. Your scarf goes down much faster in this area compared to other areas.
Is, is that why you go with the white scarf?
Well, the white scarf is just your reward for 100% in the game, so I want to use it whenever I can. The main reason why I use the white scarf is because it's super helpful in pretty much all the levels leading up to this. It doesn't matter what kind of scarf you have in this level because, spoilers, you're gonna lose it. Like, doesn't matter what kind of scarf you have, you are guaranteed to lose the scarf. You are guaranteed to lose the scarf because when we get to near the end of level 7, which is the level we're at right now, when we get near the end of it, the winds are so strong that it literally rips the scarf from us.
Okay.
So it really doesn't matter which version you have. Oh, hey! I found another player! Hello, friend! I am a I am a white scarf, and you are a red scarf. You have not 100%ed the game. Are you just Are you just taking a potty break right now, or are you leaving the game? I'll wait here for a little bit longer just to see if they turn to sand and disappear or not. When you meet another player in the game, um, if they're like this for a while, and then they turn to sand and disappear, it means that they quit the game. They exited.
Okay.
Keep going, friend. Keep going. Uh-oh. Ah, he went out. Yep, now so now you got to see what happens when you get caught by those things. That guy went out, got caught.
Okay.
So yeah, he destroyed most of my scarf. The thing destroyed most of my scarf because he managed to attack me.
Okay. So I'm guessing this is the stealth game, stealth part.
Where you going? Where you going, friend? Oh dear. I lost sight of the friend. Okay. Well, this is part of the stealth section, but the tunnel level was also a stealth section. Where you need to avoid these things as much as possible.
Okay.
Oh, hello! Another white robe! Oh my god! Oh, I've never seen another white robe in the game. I've never seen another player with the white robe. Oh, this makes me so happy.
Okay. And how do you get the white robe?
You have to get every single music note that you've seen throughout the game. I've been collecting every single one of them. So, I've been showing everyone where to get them throughout this video.
And your last video that you done of it as well?
Yeah, and my previous playthrough. Basically, every time I play the game for my channel, I show off every single location. Basically, this part of the game is where you're going to lose all of your scarf. These strong winds are going to just blow your scarf off.
Okay.
Yep. So, it's okay. Come on, friend. Oh boy. Once we make it past this last tombstone, we will basically be farther than we will make it farther up the mountain than any of the ancient race did. we go.
Oh. Oh.
Come on, just a little further, buddy. Just a little further. Oh, we both collapsed in the snow.
Is that game-wise supposed to happen?
Yep. By all intents and purposes, this is where the character you're playing as dies. They're dead. And we see the Council of the Ancients, the ones that have been giving us the visions up till now. They all come together to basically give our spirit the chance to finish the journey. And we get our scarf back. And we see there's the giant creatures again.
Okay.
We see the giant machines again, and we come out to the top, and they've turned into the giant whale-like scarfs that we've seen. That's what they've turned into. So there's a lot of different ways you can interpret that with like the machines turning into these things. The way I interpret it is that you basically freed the because the machines were created to capture and contain the scarves. So the machines turning into those giant whales, I interpret that as basically the scarves taking control of the machines. And basically turning the machines into those giant whales that we see, those giant whale scarves we see.
Okay. Ooh. Mm. So what's at the top of this mountain?
You'll find out here in a minute. But, and now, from the end of the game. Well, I started the journey alone, so I suppose it's fitting that I end the journey alone. So now I just walk into the light, and this light, in case it wasn't obvious, it leads to the afterlife. So this is the character's spirit basically going to the afterlife.
Okay.
And during the credits, you'll see exactly why we had to go on this journey in the first place.
Okay.
And there we go. We see a single gravestone is glowing, and then it fades. And a shooting star comes from the mountain. We saw one of those earlier in the playthrough. It's traveling across the world.
And I'm guessing that shooting star is us.
That is another one of the characters. It's another player character. Oh, there's another white robe right there. So we're seeing it travel. We saw it travel throughout the 7th level. By the way, the 8th level was basically us, our spirit, going through that last big area. So. Okay, so now it's going through. It's going backwards through all the levels. So now it's currently in the 5th level.
Okay.
And we see that it basically put the machines to sleep. This shooting star put the machines to sleep. And now we see that more scarfs are beginning to grow. As a result of this shooting star going across the world, more and more scarfs are beginning to grow. The scarfs being the life essence of the planet. So now we see what our purpose was in this world. Our purpose was never to survive to the end. Our purpose was to get to the mountain. Our body didn't need to get there, our spirit did. Our body carried us most of the way, and then our spirit was able to finish the journey and get to the mountain so that a new shooting star could emerge and create more scarfs, giving life energy back to the planet. Allowing more and more life to come back. Oh, and we see two more people just emerged. One red scarf and one white scarf.
Okay.
So it's a story about. A cautionary tale about getting too greedy and allowing technology to take over nature too much, and about rebirth. It's about giving life back to the planet, giving life back to this planet that has been that is just desolate. And there's another player there, and yes, these are actual players that are currently playing the game right now. These are actual players that are currently playing the game right now. So that's really cool that you can actually see that. I can't think of any other game that has done something as interesting as this. There's not a single other game in existence that is anything like this. And then we saw the shooting star land where we started our journey. So now a new person can start their own journey to help bring even more life back to the land. Heinsberg, Nicobus, and Nicobus. Nicobuus and Heisenbug.
Okay.
So. And there you go. That was Journey. That was Journey. That was Journey. That is the story of Journey. And that's basically everything you need to know about it. I told you what the story was. I showed you the game. I showed you the gameplay. Showed you all the secrets, all the Easter eggs. That's 100% Journey again for like the third time on my channel. So, Meta, now that you've seen everything the game has to offer. You've seen the Easter eggs. You've seen the what it takes to 100%. You've seen you know what the story is and what the gameplay is like. What do you think? Has this improved your opinion of it in the slightest?
Kind of, but it's a game I still will not touch.
Well, I'm not saying you have to play it, but like, has this experience improved your opinion of the game? I'm not asking if you would play it. I'm just asking if your opinion has been improved of this game through this.
It was an interesting journey and all that stuff. What do I rate it out of 10? About a 7. But this is a type of game that I wouldn't really play, but I understand why millions and millions and millions of
You know,
people like this.
yeah. People still play this game to this day. This game came out in, what was it, 2007, I want to say? Let's see. No, it was. Okay, no. Okay, no. 2007 was Flow. 2007 was Flow. This game came out. This game Journey came out for the PS3 in 2012. Came out in 2012. This is 12 years later. It's been 12 years since Journey came out, and people still play this. No matter what day I play it on, I always end up meeting a companion. No matter what day I play it, no matter when I play it, I always end up meeting at least one companion on each of my journeys because that's just how beloved this game is. This game is so beloved to so many people. It is an experience unlike any other I've had in gaming. So I absolutely adore this. I absolutely adore this game. It's my second favorite game of. It's my second favorite game of all time. By the way, if you're wondering where Slime Rancher rates, Slime Rancher is my third. Slime Rancher is my third favorite game of all time. Slime Rancher 2 might end up surpassing it depending on what the finished game is like. It's still in early access, so there's still time for it to stop impressing me. But yeah. So, second favorite game of all time, absolutely love it. And that's gonna be it. That's gonna be it for this video. So, thank you, Meta, for joining me on this. This was fun. I'm glad you could be here to experience this with me.
That's fine.
So, I hope you enjoyed this journey. I hope you enjoyed learning why I love this game so much.
I do. But again, it's not really meant for me.
Yeah, I know. It's not action-packed and gory, which means it's automatically bad in your eyes.
It's still good and all that stuff. It's just, it mostly uses its background to tell its story.
Yeah, and
And
that's
all that.
it's called smart game design, dude. Like, you don't need a million cutscenes to tell a story. You can tell a story through game design, and I love games like that. I love games that tell its story through game design. It's one reason why I love Breath of the Wild and Slime Rancher so much, because there is so much storytelling that is happening in the game design itself. So, but in any case, we are at what? How much time are we at? We are at an hour and 41 minutes. We are at an hour and 41 minutes. That is a new record. That is a new record for how fast I've been able to 100% the game. When I first played this on my channel, it took like 4 hours to 100% it, and then when I played it again, with Sebas, it took me 2 hours to 100% it, and now it's not even 2 hours. It's an hour and 40 minutes. So, all right. Well, that's gonna do it for this video. Thank you all. Thank you everybody so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. Go check out Meta's YouTube channel. I'm going to put a link to his channel in the description box. Thanks again for joining me, Meta.
Yeah, no problem.
And I will see you all in the next video. Take care, everybody. Say bye. Say bye.
Uh,
All right, bye.